So you've got multiple Scrum teams all working hard on the same product. And that's great until all that energy starts to feel less like collaboration and more like, well, chaos. That's a classic scaling problem. And today, we're going to dive into how the Nexus framework tackles it head on. Does this sound familiar to you? Team A is over here building an awesome feature. Team B is over there building another one. But then when it's time to put those two pieces together, it all breaks. It's a classic sign that your teams are working in silos, even if they're sitting right next to each other. Imagine trying to build a single skyscraper, right? But you've given different construction crews completely separate, uncoordinated blueprints. That's exactly what scaling without a framework feels like. Each team is doing good work on its own, but it just doesn't add up to a single, stable building. It's organized chaos. And the fallout from this kind of chaos? Oh, it's painful. You're hit with constant integration failures. Those failures lead to all sorts of unexpected delays. Then teams realize they've been accidentally working against each other. And the worst part, the delivery of real, actual value to your customers just slows to a crawl. Okay, so what's the antidote here? How do you fix this? Well, Nexus comes in with a goal that's surprisingly simple, but incredibly powerful. It's not about adding a bunch of new processes. It's about getting everyone laser-focused on producing one single, integrated thing of value. And this right here, this is the North Star of Nexus. It's called the integrated increment. Every single sprint, the main job of all the teams working together is to produce one and only one done piece of the product. This isn't just a pile of separate parts, it's a single, cohesive, working whole. One, that's the magic number. You've got 3, 5, maybe 9 teams. It doesn't matter. You're not aiming for 9 little increments. You're aiming for 1. This single number really drives home the massive mindset shift that Nexus is all about. Everything is geared towards this one goal.
All right, so how do we actually pull this off? I mean, it sounds great in theory, right? Well, Nexus doesn't just give you a goal and wish you luck. It gives you a playbook, a whole set of tools and events designed specifically to create that cohesion. Let's take a look.
The path is actually pretty straightforward. First, you've got to create visibility so everyone can see how all the work fits together. Second, you create daily alignment to squash integration problems the moment they pop up. And third, you build a process for the teams to improve together. It all kicks off with the Nexus Sprint backlog. Now, this is not just a bunch of team backlogs stapled together. No, it's a special artifact designed for one purpose: to make all the cross-team dependencies and integration work totally visible to everybody. Because you can't fix a problem you can't see, right? And this is where things get really interesting. Look at the shift in focus. A normal team daily scrum asks, hey, what's our plan for the day? But the Nexus Daily Scrum, which has people from all the teams, asks a totally different and absolutely crucial question. What is getting in the way of us integrating our work? It's a targeted meeting to hunt down and destroy those cross-team blockers. And this spirit of collaboration, it doesn't just stop with the daily meeting. The Nexus Sprint Retrospective isn't about how one team can do better. It's about how the entire Nexus, the whole group of teams, can improve. And developers are always talking, collaborating on things like architecture as they go, not in some big design phase up front. Now, all these tools and meetings are powerful, for sure, but they work best when you're following one golden rule. This is the one principle that really makes the whole framework just sing. Here it is, the most important thing you can do. While Nexus gives you awesome tools to manage dependencies, the real game changer is to minimize them from the very beginning. Think about it. Every single dependency you can get rid of is a risk you've just erased and a potential delay you've completely avoided. The simpler the connections, the faster you can all move. So let's tie this all together. Why does any of this really matter? Because Nexus gives you a clear, actionable path to transform that scaling chaos we talked about at the beginning into real, productive cohesion. This slide really paints the before and after picture, doesn't it? You go from chaos and last-minute delays to the beautiful clarity of delivering a single integrated increment. You go from hidden problems blowing up in your face to having high visibility of all the dependencies. And you finally break down those team silos and replace them with true cross-team alignment and improvement. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a challenge, a question to take back to your teams. Looking at how you all work right now, what is the one single dependency, that tricky handoff, that shared piece of code, that you could start working on removing, maybe even tomorrow. Because that simple act, right there, that's where the journey to truly scaling Agile begins.